after the pipe froze, we took the opportunity to get away a little bit and go visit the grandbaby and then go visit my family. So we've been gone about a week and we're on our way back now. Kind of anxious, curious to see what the condition of the cabin is going to be in. Hopefully we have running water. Don't know if that'll be frozen or not, but we're heading back now and we'll bring you along. So boys, what are you looking forward to doing when we get back?
Go outside.
Go outside? Yeah. Go outside and play on your sled hill?
Yeah.
Yeah? That'll be fun. It's finally warming up the last couple days to be outside for a little bit more than a few minutes, so yeah, that'll be nice, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Super yum.
In sub-zero temperatures and there's no heat in there, and I mean it could be very interesting going back. I mean it'll be a really good indicator, you know, when we go back, if the cabin is, you know, sub-zero temperatures inside, you know, that could mean a lot of problems. If the cabin's still at 20 or 30 degrees and it's only 10 degrees outside right now, that means that a lot of the heat comes up through the ground, which is what I'm hoping for. We just don't know because we haven't left the cabin for this amount of time when it was this cold out. So I mean, when we get back, whatever temperature the cabin's at, it's going to be a pretty good indicator of kind of the conditions we can leave the cabin in during the winter, and expect to come back to and have stuff still work. Yeah. So it's going to be. I'm very interested and anxious to see it. Yeah. Alright, so here we are back at the cabin. We got turkey tracks right down here. They're literally on our patio here. And we got some cat tracks here as well. I'm assuming. Guess they could be skunk, or they don't quite look like raccoon. But we got turkey tracks right here on our patio, which is kind of cool. And I will open up the door here now and see what we got. Alright, so it's alright, into the cabin. Feels cold in here. Let's turn on some lights and go see what the temperature is. It's the most interesting thing I'm interested in right now. So last night was -10 here. So it means that the cabin is getting quite a bit of heat coming up from the ground. Obviously 19 is still frozen in here, but it's not bad. Let's just run upstairs and check on the... Let's see here. I mean, this should be full. We haven't used it we haven't been here for a week. Yeah, it already says 13.8. It's full, and it's only pulling 20 watts right now, so it's obviously just sitting here full. Okay, next thing I thought I would check on is the fridge. That green light down there means that the inverter's still on. We left it on the whole time. So the fridge is still running, but all this stuff is going to be frozen. Here's a good example. Here's the orange juice. You can see that's frozen. So it's obviously been colder than 30 degrees in there, obviously, and then up here is the freezer. And maybe we can see it here, what the freezer is actually at. And yeah, it's just at the same temperature it is in the cabin, 19 degrees. So, but that's that. So I will get the Now we'll get the fire started and show you that here in a minute. Okay, so I don't know if we've ever shown what the inside of our firebox looks like. It does have the grate, and it does have the rotator knob down here, so we could use this for coal by turning the grate. Let me grab the handle here and just show you. So if I stick this handle on here like that, and then I rotate it, oh, hold on, and I rotate it, yeah, okay, gotta get it in a different position. So if I rotate it like this, get to go all the way there. So if you put it like this, it's supposed to be for coal. And then the coal sits up on there a little bit better, and then you can shake it if you need to let some of the ash down for a coal. But for a fire, you're supposed to turn it over this way to let more air get in at it. So it's actually a pretty decent size firebox for this old of a stove. I know there were some made that had bigger fireboxes, but for the most part, this is actually a pretty large firebox. I'll fill it full of wood and let you see what it looks like that way.
Okay, while Steve's inside starting the fire, starting to get it warm in the cabin, the boys and I are going to work on unloading the truck.
Okay, so we found that when filling up the firebox, to start it, it just works out best to get the kindling on the bottom and then fill it all the way to the top with the rest of the wood, and then cover it up and start it with a torch. Seems to be the easiest that we've found. It works pretty well. You don't have to come back as often then right away to get it going. So okay, got the torch, just a regular torch, and we'll start the wood down here at the bottom. Just thought it might be interesting too to see how quickly we can heat the cabin up in here. And maybe we'll come back at 12 o'clock and check it and show you how the fire's doing and how quickly we're able to warm it up here. This is maybe 10 feet from that thermometer is actually 10 feet from the stove, and it's on an outside wall. So just we'll come back and check that periodically, just so you can see how much heat that this cook stove actually does make.
Okay, the truck is unloaded. It didn't take long with the boys' help, so we got that done quickly. We do not normally travel with that much stuff. We had the opportunity to bring some stuff back with us from our home away from home, so that's why there was a few odd things in there, but we got it done, and now we're gonna move on to
Playing outside.
sledding or running around, right?
Yeah.
All right, go have fun.
All right, so we're outside now. Just got done starting the stove. The boys are sledding. Thought I'd come out and show this as well. It's about the only time of day we can actually ever see smoke coming out of our chimneys when we first light it. Once it gets going, we won't see smoke anymore. It's a straight up chimney stack. Let's get them sledding here. They sound like they're having a lot of fun. So it looks like kind of fun hopping all over the place with the ruts and the snow right now. It kind of takes them for a ride one way then the other. Yeah?
So here's our cabin. Just, a few steps away, there's a deer.
So there's a deer trail right here.
Right here.
Kind of hard to see with the camera, but there's a deer trail right there.
And then to your left, there are turkey tracks.
There's more turkey tracks. I showed the turkey tracks on the...
I'm not sure you can see that,
yeah.
But...
And that's just a single turkey, but we saw... How many turkeys did we see go by? So back here on the back here, on the other side of the creek there, past those trees that are fall down, how many turkeys do you think we saw go by in a row, in a line?
Well, we kind of gave up counting after 50, but they kept coming, so at least 75, maybe more. But just maybe a month, or was it 2 now?
A month ago. Just a month ago.
Happened to look out the window and just turkey after turkey kept walking by. It was really cool.
He wiped out up there, sorry. Okay, yeah, so.
It was very cool to watch. Very exciting, so. All right.
And the sun's out.
And the sun's out.
Yeehaw.
I think because of the sun, it actually feels warmer out here
than inside.
Right
yeah.
Now.
Keep some warm clothes on and maybe stay outside for a bit.
I gotta get my snow pants on now that the truck is unloaded. Okay, so here's our huge pile of cut off and
stumps and
trees and whatever not. But anyways, we know that there's bunnies living in here. Well, we call them bunnies, but rabbits. Because we've seen them come and go, but this is obviously where they like to do their business, because I don't know if you can see it on camera.
They have their own bathroom.
There is
and this is it.
Droppings
and
right in this spot, and we don't see it anywhere else. You know, as we walk around out here, this is the one spot where they seem to come and do their business. So it's kind of funny.
And it was even more. I mean, it snowed like an inch while we were gone. You could see it even more before we left.
Yeah.
So it's just funny.
Yep.
That's where they do their business, because it's so cold. They're just staying. They're coming out just enough to poop, and then going back in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see how much wildlife has come this close to the cabin in the time that we've been gone. So it's kind of fun.
Okay, I'm still outside watching them sled. I just wanted to show you this. It's not even 5 minutes, and the fire is already starting to take off. You can tell because a lot of it's coming out now as heat and not as smoke. Let me see if I can zoom in. I'm gonna get run over by a sled here soon. So it's getting really hard to see the smoke now. You can still kind of see it. The wind's actually just picked up, so it's going to make it more difficult. It's blowing off to the left there. But it's coming out a lot more even now just as heat rather than smoke. And so even within just these few minutes here, it's picking up and it's burning more efficiently. Which is the other reason I don't want to have a damper, is because it actually burns really efficient out of our stove for some reason. I'm wondering if it isn't because our smokestack is completely straight. But it's turning already. The smoke is already going away, so it's picking up inside there. I'll go in a few minutes off to add wood anyways, and show you what the temperatures are and show you what it looks like inside. Okay, just so we can have an idea of exactly what's going on. It has warmed up outside by 1 degree. It's warmed up inside by 2 degrees, and it is now only 11:52. I can give a peek at what the fire looks like. I have, you can see now, it's glowing through the pieces on the top, and I am going to now flip the damper over to bake, and we'll just show what it looks like inside of here. So we got basically a bunch of embers glowing right now on the bottom where all that tinder was, and the logs, the boards on top are burning down, and eventually all that'll collapse down and make more room for me to put wood in. So turned it to bake, so this will now heat up, and it'll start actually heating the cabin quite well. So I'll come back, refocus. I'll come back in a little bit, and we'll take another look at the time and the temperature. Okay, I was just inside, showed you what time it was and what the fire looked like. And back outside just to show you out here. I have turned it to bake now instead of open. So the smoke is going around the oven now. And you can see there's basically no smoke at all. It's just a heat shimmer, and that indicates that our stove is burning very efficiently. It is also another reason why I don't feel we need a damper. We do burn this eastern white pine. I mean, that's what we burn. We try to only burn dry stuff, and it makes a big difference if it's wet, you know. So basically everything we cleared, I mean, this was forest right here where we're standing right now when we bought the property, and we cleared all this, and we stacked as much of it up as we can at the beginning of the summer, and we had a whole pile up there on this side of the property, and we split all that, and that's mostly what we've been burning. We supplement that with dead sticks off of trees. We showed that in a previous video too, like this stick, these limbs right here that are completely dead, you know, would make great firewood. You know, snap them off, cut them up with a top saw into lengths, and they burn really well actually. But so this is mostly what we've been burning, and we get just a clear Just a heat wave out of our chimney stack. No smoke at all. Just a heat wave.
What you working on, Isaiah?
Building a snowfort.
Ooh. Very cool.
There are 4 we're gonna stack up, and then my mom is gonna find a long one, and a long one on top.
Oh, am I?
Sorry. Yep.
Okay, while all the boys are outside playing, I came in to fill up the firebox, keep the stove full. Sorry, I got distracted by seeing my breath. Let's check the temperature and see how much it's warmed up in here. Alright, it is warming up in here. Starting to feel good. Maybe just being out of the wind outside makes it feel warmer in here, but it's feeling nice. It's getting warmer.
Nope, time to add more wood. So for now,
That's